Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I thank you all who have subscribed and who show up for me. Without you, there's no need for me to be here, right? And, we want to thank God that we're alive, right? We're here to tell another story, to embrace our challenges, to work through them in a methodical way, and to try not to hurt people. As we go through our healing, it just helps us to have the peace that we desire. So let me open up. I'm at Job 33. But now, Job, listen to my words. Pay attention to everything I say. I am about to open my mouth. My words are on the tip of my tongue. My words come from an upright heart. My lips sincerely speak what I know. The Spirit of God has made me. The breath of the Almighty gives me life. Answer me then if you can. Prepare yourself and confront me. I am just like you before God. I too have been taken from clay. No fear of me should alarm you, nor should my hand be heavy upon you. But you have said in my hearing, I heard the very words, I am pure and without sin. I am clean and free from guilt. Yet God has fault with me. He considers me his enemy. He fastens my feet in shackles. He keeps close watch on all my paths. But I tell you, in this you are not right, for God is greater than man. Why do you complain to him that he answers none of man's words? For God does speak, now one way, now another, though man may not perceive it. In a dream, in a vision of night, when deep sleep falls on men as they slumber in their beds, he may speak in their ears and terrify them with warnings, to turn man from wrongdoing and keep him from pride, to preserve his soul from the pit. His life was perishing by the sword. Or a man may be chastened on a bed of pain with constant distress in his bones, so that his very being finds food repulsive and his soul loathes the choicest meal. His flesh wastes away to nothing, and his bones once hidden now stick out. His soul draws near to the pit, and his life to the messengers of death. Yet if there is an angel on his side as a mediator, 1 out of 1,000, to tell a man what is right for him, to be gracious to him and say, spare him from going down to the pit. I have found a ransom for him. Then his flesh is renewed like a child. It is restored as in the days of his youth. He prays to God and finds favor with him. He sees God's face and shouts for joy. He is restored by God to his righteous state. Then he comes to men and says, I sinned and perverted what was right, but I did not get what I deserved. He redeemed my soul from going down to the pit, and I will live to enjoy the light. God does all things to a man, twice, even 3 times, to turn back his soul from the pit, that the light of life may shine on him. Pay attention, Job, and listen to me. Be silent, and I will speak. If you have anything to say, answer me. Speak up, for I want you to be cleared. But if not, then listen to me. Be silent, and I will teach you wisdom. So that was the whole book of 33. And I think I've actually read it here before, so it's kind of amazing how you can have to read another passage that you know that you've read after halfway through. And to me, it's a confirmation that someone might want to hear that. So, well, I wanted to start with the miracles now, but I have this. I begin my day with love, and I believe I've already done that card. So let me get another one real quick. Now I have the system, so I'm not repeating the cards. However, this one must have got mixed up somewhere. And I pulled it out again, so let's get another one real quick. Okay, I actually have 3, but let's put 2 back. Okay, miracles now. My presence is my power. What does that mean for you? For me, that means that with God within me, with God and with love, God is love, love is God. There's only one God. Living the path of living divinity. My presence is my power. So when you are ready to receive God, because He offers everyone free will, you have to let Him know, God, I'm ready to open my heart to you. I'm ready to live this better life, this cleaner life, this healthier life. I'm ready to get rid of the chaos in my life. I'm ready to get away from deceit, even if I'm the one giving the deceit, right? Or it's being done to me, either way. I'm ready to move away from negativity. I'm ready to pray evil away from me. As a child of God, you have the authority to have God's power within you. So that's why I believe that Jesus was here and He was doing good work, and he made the agreement with God before He was put here on earth that He would be a sacrifice for the rest of the world, so that through Jesus' stories, through his life, through understanding how He lived His life, that it would let people know, as Jesus, say if I was Jesus, I hung out with winos, I hung out with prostitutes, I healed people along the way, I spoke God's truth. It doesn't matter what we've done in life. I mean, it does matter, but I'm just saying, when you've done something bad and you ask God for forgiveness and you truly mean it, He already knows your heart. He already knows, do you really mean it? And He will test you. And as the scripture said, He will come 2 times, maybe 3 times, until you learn your lesson. So you'll be repeating that cycle until you learn a lesson. And when Jesus spoke about the Father, His Father, our Father, God Almighty, it was like He had the presence of God within Him, right? He was able to heal people. He didn't spend a lot of time with people who, I wasn't there, so the people who mattered were the worst people, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that the good people didn't matter. But Jesus' efforts were to touch the lives of those who weren't on the path. Okay, let's just leave it like that. My presence is my power. I claim God as my Heavenly Father. I claim that Jesus did do his work. I claim that my indigenous heritage, my indigenous ancestors didn't have the opportunity to know Jesus. And I believe that they had their own tribal spiritual work that they did. So anyways, let me move forward. I just really love that card. So once you say to God, you just say the words, I want my free will to be your will, God. Please help me. I don't want to live this other life anymore. I've lived it, and some parts are really good, but some parts are really bad. I want my peace. I want my contentment. I want to know that I'm living a purpose that will change the world, that'll heal people instead of hurting people. So you see, the worldly people, it's so easy to hurt others. The spiritual people, it's not something that we would ever want to do. We would never want to wish our worst enemy the worst death in the world, no matter how bad that they hurt us. We want to always start with love. We want to always be thankful and gracious, and we always want to be kind. Okay, love is God, God is love. Okay, so let me move forward. I could be on that one all day probably. Okay, let me see. Next we have Divine Feather. Here's the feather. And we have the hawk. And I I've already been through the cards several times, so I have a system where I'm not supposed to be pulling repeats. However, if they're full and I've already gone through them, I have to start again, right? And it's possible that you haven't seen the video that covered these, so I'll just keep reading. Hawk feather is a powerful messenger of communication as well as intuitive and visionary perception. This raptor is the messenger representing the light that illuminates darkness. In ancient Greece, the hawk was sacred to the sun, god Apollo, and likewise in Egypt, to the sun god Ra. Its connection to the sun further suggests hawks' amazing ability to see truths. Their nests are often high in the top of the tallest trees, and their flight overhead can signify a confirmation of your intuitive perceptions. These divine messengers tend to arrive at the perfect moment, especially when you need direction concerning your path in life. Hawk has flown in to deliver a special message to you today. The energy of Hawk confirms what you may already know, or it opens your spiritual perception so that you may receive the message. Tune into this divinely guided communicator to see where you might receive more insight or information. Hawk directs you to see what you might have been missing. If you have been ignoring your own intuition or the synchronicities around you, it is time to listen and become aware now. Energies, communication, vision, messages. Season is spring and fall. The element is air. The color is white, black, and brown. The affirmation, insight and inspiration are my divine messengers. I listen and accept their guidance. Okay. Getting a little topsy-turvy here. Okay, next we have your soul purpose. And we have the stylist, pink calcite. Affirmations, I embrace the beauty in all life. I have a creative eye bringing appealing style to myself and others. I know how to give and receive care for myself and others. Okay. Slide this over just a little bit. stylist is in art. Do you have a flair for fashion, hairstyling, and makeup? Align with the artistic vibe of this path to embrace a creative approach to your daily self-care routine. While you may not make your livelihood as a fashion designer, makeup artist, or manicurist, part of you performs the role of stylist every time you put together an outfit or coif your hair or help someone else with their appearance. The artistic path of the stylist vibrates well with pink calcite. The soothing cotton candy shade of pink calcite helps you align with beauty in the shape, color, or form that is appealing to your own eye. When the pink calcite and the stylist card appears, it is a reminder to allow your artistic sense of style to be in the forefront of your consciousness. Regardless of your gender, bring forth the qualities of the divine feminine's nurturing energy of beauty and compassion. Pink calcite is also a good ally when you need help to see beauty within yourself and also in the manner in which you present yourself with your fashion choices, hairstyle, and possibly makeup. You can use yourself as a canvas to portray your most attractive self to the world. Pink calcite is my go-to stone for days when I'm in spa mode, whether I am creating that space for a spa day at home or while visiting a luxurious hotel or day spa. Okay. Now I am very natural. Okay, my whole life I've never used foundation. I actually tried to use foundation when I was in my early 20s and it just made my skin break out. So, like blush and stuff like that, I used to use in my 20s and 30s. And the mascara and eyeliner and stuff like that. But now I'm just very natural. I pencil in my eyebrows because as you get older, those things tend to lighten up a lot. And my hair is natural. I have like wavy hair, and if I style it, well, I better not go to the outside because any wind blowing, any perspiration, any humidity will my hair will be a real mess. So natural is better for me. Anyways, not sure why you needed to know that. Native spirit. And we have the storyteller. And I like this picture because back when I was a kid, you were allowed to put fires out on the beach. And generally everybody was very careful. I don't remember anything extra getting caught on fire, but it was really like a wonderful experience to have a fire on the beach, and you can watch the waves roll in and the moonlight and just tell stories, right? It's a great pastime. Card meaning live larger than live larger than life. Make the most of every experience. You can choose the meaning that you give events. Find interpretations that empower you rather than diminish you. Be the storyteller and the hero of your own life. Give your personal story empowering meanings. Your native spirit wants you to know. Around the evening campfire, clan members always looked forward to the storytelling, recounting events of the daily happenings of the tribe. Even the most mundane events took on a vibrancy in the expert hands of an experienced storyteller. The storyteller card chose you to remind you to be the champion of your own personal myth. Be the central character. Do not live according to the needs and expectations of others. Do not be a bit player in your own story. The journey. Take an event in your life that you gave a disempowering meaning and find a way to re-script it so that the interpretation of the same story is one in which you are the hero. Yes, be the hero of your own life. You can do it. Okay. Next we have the mermaids. And we have mystery. So life is a mystery. People can be mysterious. Your future is a mystery. Right? Embrace the wonderful mystery of life. Some things can't be known and are better left mysterious. Mystery is alluring, alluring and enticing. This mermaid comes to share the importance of mystery. She wants you to know that there's no need to demystify things. Do you know someone who is always trying to find explanations, analyzing and examining everything? Maybe this is you. Sometimes just accepting the magic of life is what's called for, instead of trying to decipher it all. The mystery of life is beautiful and magical, and magic exists in the mystery. Does someone appear mysterious to you? Are they trying to lure you in? Perhaps you could take a tip from them and become more mysterious yourself, rather than laying everything out on the table, so to speak. Allow your inner workings and mysteries to be unraveled over time as you get to know someone, rather than telling and sharing everything at the first meeting. It is also possible that the mysterious guise is a mask someone is using to hide something from you or those around you. If you feel this is the case, do not turn amateur detective. Instead, ask poignant questions and see how they respond. Notice if they become guarded or open. If this card appears, well, it doesn't appear next to anything. Okay, so that's the end. There's nothing wrong with being a little mysterious. Okay. And it is intriguing when you come across someone who is mysterious, like people just want to know more about you, right? Okay, so that was the animal messages, and we have the raven. Okay. So let me read that, and then we'll get into the Archangel Tarot cards. So I'm still learning those, and I need to really look at the book closely and figure out which ones are the coins, which ones is the cups, which one is the swords, and which one is the is the wands. So eventually I'll get there. Okay. Where's the raven? Must be coming up soon. Okay. Maybe it's one of the special ones. Oh, here it is. Listen to your intuition to receive a message from the world of spirit. Black, glossy magician of the feathered world, intelligent denizen of windswept hills, lonely crags and dark forest, raven swoops on wings of 4-foot span. He calls to the wolves to tell them that a feast awaits, a deer, a bear, and he calls to you so that you may discover the enchanter within and give form to the formless. Listen carefully to his cry. The raven brings you a message from the realm of spirit. Okay? So I know I pre-shuffled these earlier. So let me give you a couple more shuffles. And then we will get into it. Doing my cuts now. Okay. I give it one more. Okay. The bottom is the 7 of Ariel. So okay, I was just trying to see if it broke it down to telling me which are the sections, you know. It gives like the suit of Gabriel, the suit of Raphael, but it doesn't tell you what in relationship to a regular tarot book, a tarot card deck. You know, like Michael, the suit of Michael might be the wands, or the suit of Ariel might be the cups. Doesn't tell me that. So I guess it's really just like a combination. All right, I'm kind of feeling like I want to do a couple more shuffles real quick. Spirit, what message do you want the collective to hear today? Okay, we're ready to go. And we have the 2 of Michael, making a choice. Just make a decision. All right, here we go. Let me take a sip. 27 minutes in. First card we have is the Knight of Ariel. Okay. The Knight of Ariel. There is so much to be accomplished. Make a plan that is methodical and see to every detail. Slow and steady wins the race. You may decide it's time to find a better job. Business matters take precedence over emotional ones in this situation. Angels are watching over you right now, so think big. A person of great kindness and understanding. Someone with your very best interest at heart. Loyal, trustworthy, funny, creative, ecologically minded, maybe a vegetarian or vegan. Additional meanings: renewed action, wise investments, being watched over by someone kind. Next we have the Lovers. Oops. Situated here. The Lovers. Major Arcana number 6. This card encourages you to follow your heart. Deep felt emotions are likely to be experienced as a key relationship enters your life. This could be a romantic partnership that leads to marriage, or someone you feel a very close but platonic connection with. Either way, this is an individual you can trust completely, and the relationship is likely to be life-changing in a very positive way. Archangel Raphael can help you manifest the soulmate relationship or deep friendship that you desire. This card can also indicate an extremely important choice that needs to be made. This decision should be made from the heart with absolute devotion to the outcome and without reservation. If there is any question in your mind as to how to proceed, then you must take time to weigh the matter and choose carefully. Additional meanings: the power of love, the need for careful deliberation, a fork in the road, recovery from a physical ailment. Archangel Raphael is the angel who watches over those who are seeking a soulmate, whether the desired relationship is romantic, a close friendship, or even career-based. Raphael can help you make the perfect connection. He is also known as the angel who protects our physical health. Call upon him when you or someone you know isn't feeling well and needs healing. Oops. Next we have 7 of Michael. It says there's a better course of action. Okay, let's see. 7, Michael. There is a better course of action available to you. Ask yourself, what am I really trying to accomplish? Think about whether working alone on this project is a good idea. Is your unique point of view providing creative solutions, or is it causing you to miss important details? Go over the details again. Your angels want you to be a success in this endeavor and are giving you a heads up with this card. There's probably more going on here than meets the eye. Someone may have ulterior motives. Additional meanings: the need for caution, poor timing, running away. Next we have the 5 of Gabriel. 5 of Gabriel. You have what it takes to solve this puzzle. You may not have all the pieces just yet, but working with others and finding compromise is the way to come to a peaceful resolution. Some of the interpersonal conflicts and challenges that you're experiencing may very well be reflections of struggles you're having within yourself. Stand back and take a look at the big picture. Listen carefully to other people's viewpoints. When you draw this card, it is a recommendation to withdraw from the drama of others if you can do so gracefully. Healthy competition can make you stronger and be very fulfilling. Keep your intentions positive and your ethics of the highest caliber. Additional meanings: multiple situations vying for your attention, dramatic people, petty quarrels, sporting events. So with those additional meanings, the sporting events kind of leads me to, and someone has a whole bunch of people vying for their attention. So, if you have to be number one for that attention, for vying for that attention of that someone special, some people will just be on the up and up and say, hey, look, I really like you. Do you feel the same? And if this person is involved, like it said, many vying for the attention, he or she's just gonna take it as, well, yeah, a lot of people like me. However, if your intentions are true, and then someone else is also vying for his or her attention, that's when it becomes a sporting event. It becomes a sporting event because that other person is going to try to narrow down the competition. And if it has to do with lying, if it has to do with deceiving, if it has to do with stretched truths or twisted truths, just for you to be number one, then those things do tend to backfire. And it's because you can't remember all your lies. And not you, I'm just talking. Whoever's doing this, this person's telling so many lies, they can't remember all their lies. So eventually someone's going to catch on But if your intuition's on, you already feel that person's energy. You already know that that person's not on the up and up, and possibly, move through the ranks if it's at work in a different way than someone who wants to have an outstanding rapport with people, outstanding reputation, right? Okay, next we have King of Michael. And I gotta take this sweatshirt off. Kind of burning up here. Alright. Better. King of Michael. Speak your mind with confidence. This situation calls for honest and open communication. If you are uncertain what to do, then hire an expert. While wisdom and objectivity are important now, do not forget to weigh the environment or weigh the emotional aspects of this situation. Make sure your actions are of the highest integrity. So both cards, right? The Five of Wands mentioned that as well. You have to be on the highest integrity. Reason being is, if you're known to be a liar, then that's what you're known for. If you're known to be a cheater, then that's what you're known for. If you're known to break up marriages, that's what you're known for. You're only as good as how you project out to people who you are. How solid are you? How truthful are you? How honest are you? And how kind are you? All those things matter, because burning bridges, I've burnt some bridges, and on my part, I burnt the bridges on purpose, because if they can't come to me correct, then I don't want them in my life. If they can't be honest with me, I don't want them in my life. So you see, there's, it's like a sword, right? There's two sides. So let me see. Okay, so I finished at highest integrity. A person who commands great respect is known for being completely fair. Someone who communicates very professionally, principled, rational, ambitious, diplomatic. Additional meanings: equality, getting right to the point. Someone who may be emotionally unavailable. Yeah, speaking your truth is very important. And it really shows that you have built your character, right? Like if you took a pad and a pen and you wrote down, well, these are my good characteristics and these are my bad. If you're really truthfully honest with yourself, then you can, and you don't have to share that with anybody. That's between you and yourself. And you can go through your list. You can say, well, I've done this in the past, but I decided I don't want to do that anymore. It doesn't work out. It hurts people, or I get hurt out of the situation. And then on the other side, I carry these other aspects in my life. I like a clean home. I like to make sure that I look good when I go out. I want to make sure that I smile when I see people. I want to make sure that I'm a good listener. And, I actually have people, God's blessed me in so many ways. So not only do I pray here, I do have some that will ask me to pray for them, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing that people trust me. And I wouldn't say they trust me like totally, because I kind of close off to all people. I'm on this spiritual journey right now, and I will speak to them, but I won't spend hours with them. I prefer to be by myself so I can meditate and work on my healing and work on my spiritual growth. So, but it's a blessing when someone asks you to pray for them. Okay, Ada Raphael. This talks about something better. Ada Raphael. Yes, I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. I make my dog, well, I say it for him because he can't speak, but I say, thank you, God, for this food. And lately he's been wanting me to hand feed him for quite a bit before he'll start eating this food. But, you know, he's worth it. Ada Raphael, there's something better waiting for you. The ways in which you've evolved have you convinced that there must be more to life, and there is. The inward search for answers is rewarded at this time. It's time to leave the past behind and embrace a brand new you. This choice is not forced upon you, but is of your making. Your past experiences have been very important in helping you understand who you are. Be grateful for what you've learned and build upon it. A relocation or change in your job or relationships is possible at this time. Additional meanings, a journey, a spiritual quest, doing what you know is right for you, a change of interest. Next, we have perspective, Major Arcana. Change your perspective. Look at it from all angles. Even if you can get the higher perspective where you can see more. Let's see. There is a better way. You've probably noticed that your past approach is no longer working for you. Archangel Chamuel asks that you pause what you're doing and look at things from a different perspective. While this time is of reflection, while this time of reflection is temporary, it is also extremely important to your spiritual evolution and growth. This card can also indicate that your heart may be leading you to perform a selfless act of kindness for someone else. This form of compassion is always rewarded, and your angels will be standing by your side. Remember that you give the world your greatest gift by being your true, unique, eclectic self. A pause for reflection, time moving slowly, a change of priorities, unconventional ideas, daring to be different. Archangel Chamuel is known for helping people find whatever it is they are seeking. His name means the eyes of God, and you can call upon him when you're trying to understand a situation from a different perspective. Okay, next we have the Magician. It's Major Arcana. It's the number one. There's still the 0, right? The leap of faith, but this one is number 1. You have the magical touch of angels on your side. New projects that you start will be very successful. You have all the resources you need, even if you can't see them all at this time. You may be underestimating the skill and knowledge that you've accumulated. You're prepared for this moment in your life, and the road ahead is safe and sure. With Archangel Raziel by your side, additional assistance in the form of guidance, supportive people, or a windfall of abundance will seem to magically appear. Anything is possible. However, to receive this help, you have to confidently take action. Yes, confidently take action. You must move forward with your plans in a way that displays to others and to yourself that you have no doubt as to your coming success. Additional meanings, creative solutions, skill and confidence, the ability to manifest, focused action, taking the initiative. Raziel is the magical archangel who can guide you in conjuring the life you dream of living. This wizard-like angel sits near the throne of God and is privy to all the holy secrets necessary to help you manifest wondrous and amazing opportunities for yourself. What wish are you trying to make come true? Ask Archangel Raziel for assistance when you need resources of any kind to facilitate what you're trying to create. Next we have Peace, my favorite card. Major Arcana 13. The Peace card heralds a time of great transformation for you. It is a period of leaving behind the situations or experiences that no longer serve you. You've outgrown this phase of your life and are ready to move forward. The time has come for new adventures that will enrich your purpose and allow you to evolve like a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. Often when this card is drawn, the time of change was expected. It may come with a sense of great relief or perhaps feelings of sadness. Archangel Azrael opens his arms to you with love and compassion and will help you during this period of transition. Take time to experience any emotions you have with grace and self-love. Additional meanings: embrace the new dawn, release the past, let go and let God. Archangel Azrael is a wonderful and extremely elegant angel who helps those who are experiencing a loss. When you call upon Azrael, it is as though two big loving arms from heaven have wrapped around you, providing comfort and support. Solicit Archangel Azrael's aid when you need to let go of a situation or a part of your life that no longer serves you. Okay, next. Wow. We have the leap of faith. Okay. Archangel Metatron brings you this card to encourage you to take a leap of faith. You are fully empowered to follow a new path in life that is full of excitement and wonder. The opportunities for evolution and growth are truly unlimited if you'll just have faith in yourself and believe in your dreams. You have only to take the first step to find yourself on the way to a happier new life. Your angels and guides will send helpful people to assist you as you go along. You're encouraged to be proactive in researching whatever information is required. Do not let a lack of experience or self-confidence hold you back. You are meant to have the joy you seek. Additional meanings: being self-assured and believing in yourself, childlike innocence, unending curiosity, the joy of life, courage, following your heart. Archangel Metatron is a loving and protective guide to young and highly sensitive people. He can help you free yourself from situations that no longer serve you. Metatron can also give you the courage and confidence to make important changes in your life. Call upon this archangel when you wish to get in touch with the child that is within you or to release old fears that are holding you back. Fear is false something appearing real. False illusions. Okay, Seven of Raphael. For some reason I knew we were going to get this card when we got the other Raphael, the girl going up the steps. Okay. This has to do with the chakras, among other things. Time to make a decision. You may feel the situation is too complicated, but further research will reveal the right course of action. Intuition provides useful guidance on how to sort through all the possible choices. Listen to your inner voice. Do not be lulled into daydreams. Get clear on what you want and then take action without looking back. If you're drawn to a particular bucket on the card, the chakra color holds meaning and guidance in making your choices. Additional meanings: unrealistic expectations, procrastination, confusion, indulging in excesses, a need for detox. So someone can't make a decision. This really sounds like a third party or something like that, because someone is drinking to stop thinking about a decision that needs to be made. So, especially when you put yourself there, right? If I'm a woman and I have two men and I'm not choosing, someone's going to get hurt out of the situation. And you do have to make a choice. You have to sacrifice one for the other, because you can't have both, right? So, and it could happen that both the two men that's waiting for me to decide, they both can come at the same time and say, well, since you can't make a decision, one says I'm going that way and the other one says I'm going that way, which leaves me standing there alone. So then you've sacrificed yourself, because you get what I'm saying. Next we have the Seven of Gabriel. Let's see. Seven of Gabriel. You must stand up for what you believe in. It's important to confidently defend your actions. Even if you're in the minority, your beliefs are right, and you must stand your ground. Have the courage of your convictions and pay close attention to what's going on around you. You may need to say no to people in power in order to look out for yourself and those you care about. There is an opportunity to learn a great deal from this situation. Ask yourself if this challenge is purely with those around you, or if it might be an internal conflict that has manifested for the purpose of helping you grow. Additional meanings: claiming your personal power, determination, being an advocate. And being an advocate is really honorable, especially if you're speaking up for someone who can't speak for themselves. And, I'm talking about like handicapped kids, or this one story that keeps coming to my mind was when I was in the service, and there was a boatswain's mate, female girl. She was probably only like 4'10" or something like that. I don't even know how she got into the service, but she was a short little girl, and she had duty night, so she had the remote, and she was watching a show. I was getting cleaned up, getting ready to go out, and Bags, who, no pun intended, she was actually a bull dyke. She liked being called a bull dyke. Anyways, but she was a hefty girl, and she kept her hair looking like a man's, and she really just looked like a man. Her exterior and everything, except for she had the boobs, okay? But so Bags came and snatched the remote from her, and I was 2 bunks away, because my bunk was a set of bunks away from this little area where the TV was, so I saw everything. Bags grabbed the remote. I'm watching this. And I went up to her. I said, Bags, give her back the remote. Why? I want to watch my show. I said, you're here every night watching all the shows you want. She's here for duty night. So, she already had it on. Let her watch it. Then maybe afterwards, you guys can work something out. And, I really learned as a kid, I was one of the bullies. I learned that, when I was in junior high school that that's not cool. And I had to experience it to actually come to the realization. So my parents never really talked about bullying, because it existed, but it wasn't a so-called big issue back then. But when the poor kid was on the ground, falling up in his fetal position, God bless his soul, it's Jeff Kaya, he committed suicide. He's about, I think he's a year older than me because he was 1 grade up, but I think he was about 29, committed suicide. And I take guilt in that, you know, because I shouldn't have done what I did, but I was in a group. We were not nice kids. We were nice to each other, but he was someone that we just wouldn't let in because he had 2 dads. And that was, you know, now a whole bunch of people have 2 dads, right? But it's a terrible thing to hurt a child, to hurt someone who just moved into the neighborhood. And of course he wanted to fit in, but I'm sure he already knew when people saw that he had 2 dads, it was going to be a situation. But, you know, I really do, I take that to heart. And it's not a nice thing. So, I mean, it's not even nice in junior high school. I couldn't tell you when it would be ever a nice thing to do. So that's some of the things that sometimes we have to experience before we realize, hey, you know, you're not a nice person if you do that. I seen this card earlier, so I'm surprised it came out again. So we just have to be mindful what our kids are out there doing, you know. We have to pay attention, and we have to talk to them, and we have to, you know, explain things to them. You know, back in my day, there was no explanation. It was, you screwed up, you know, and know that I didn't like it, kind of thing. But I don't even think my parents ever knew. But still, I carried my own guilt about that. Even really to this day, but you know, you can't change the past. You can only take what you did and ask for forgiveness and promise God you'll never do that again, and you'll never engage in that kind of activity again, and you'll stick up for the next person who's, you know, being the one that's being bullied. And that's just the way it is. You know, bullying can definitely cause, you know, being ostracized, right? That's not nice either. Okay, so 9 of Gabriel. Do not give up. Your determination and courage are needed now more than ever. You've come a long way, and your work has been important and valuable. Stand your ground and protect what you have created. Be prepared for any possibility. You're already proven yourself, and your position is secure as long as you have the confidence. You may be tired, but this is the last challenging situation before success comes your way. Additional meaning: sticking with your plans, ability to fight off illness, environmental activism, growing organic food. So we're at 58 minutes. Let's see. We've gone through 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Let's just pull 2 more, and then I'll do the clock thing with the angel number. Okay, so we have justice. And we have the 10 of Gabriel. So the thing about these readings is this. Time is fluid. So either someone who's watching it now is feeling guilty, or someone in the future who's going to watch it is feeling guilty. And I know this because I'm getting that anxiety I don't have any reason to feel anxiety. My life is not perfect, but it is full of peace, and I'm blessed to have that. So I say return it to sender, whoever this belongs to. I pray that they receive the healing that they are needing, so that energetically I don't have to have this anxiety. So you have to breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. You're breathing in God's love, God's pure love, right? The cleansing love. You're exhaling this anxiety that you're holding on to something that you don't need to hold on to anymore, or you can't make a decision, whatever your situation is. So, anxiety will, it can make your heart do weird stuff. Okay. So, Major Arcana, Justice is the number 8 card. Okay. Almost there. The angels sent you this card as assurance that the right decision will be made. Court cases, settlements, or other issues decided by third parties will be ruled in your favor. Where situations had previously become unfair, Archangel Raguel can help restore balance between the people involved, and you will soon be able to put this challenge behind you. This card also brings a message of empowerment that the situation you find yourself in was partially created by previous choices you made, and therefore new choices can bring about new paths, or new results, if you desire. It is very important to make fair and carefully measured decisions at this time. Kindness and justice must always be extended toward everyone involved. Additional meanings: seek equality, set aside emotion, do the logical thing, review legal papers carefully. Archangel Raguel is the angel to call upon whenever you find yourself in a challenging situation with someone else. He can soften the energy between two people or even groups so that a peaceful and harmonious resolution can be found. Okay, so I just had this thought. So this is someone who has to choose between love and money. So if the money was gained in not honest ways, the money's already dirty. So to hold on to that dirty money and leave love on the side, you're basically telling God, if God is love and love is God, you're basically telling God that you don't want him. You don't, if you stay with the choice of the dirty money, you're telling God, I'd rather live this world my way and deal with all the chaos that's being thrown at me. Dealing with all the negativity, all the horse playing, all the game playing, instead of choosing love or God. What does that say about you? Does it say you're a slime? Does it say you're a no good SOB? I'm not judging, I'm just saying, if this is you, whoever's out there, you have to search inside your soul, and you have to really reason with yourself. And you know, I mean, like, do you need to be put on some meds so you can think a little straighter? I don't know. No, actually, I mean, you know, my spirituality, I think I've always carried a lot of it with me my whole life, but it's been the past 6 years I've been on this spiritual journey. So, you know, I'll be 62 this year. So you see, for 8 years, 62, I would be, 8 years ago would be 54. And it's no judgment, but, you know, then I was thinking, the other thing is, maybe whoever you are, you chose wrong, but you thought you were choosing right. So, you know, the saying is, if you make a choice, you know, I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. You make the choice of your desires or whatever, or for your reasoning, and then you live with it. Now, do you have to live with it forever? So I was thinking that there's someone out there who wants to discard, you know, the dirty money. He wants to, I feel like it's a masculine energy, okay? He wants to discard the dirty money and whoever's involved in all of that. However, when he was in it deep with the group or the person or whatever, you know, he was saying a lot of untruths to like fit in or to wear the mask, saying that love doesn't matter, love doesn't exist, love, everything negative about love. I don't want love in my life, you know. I have this and I'm happy with this. And the whole time he was wearing a mask. So now he wants to discard the dirty money and whoever was involved in that to go to get this love, whoever that is. And those people are telling him, well, you know, if you go to your divine feminine, let's just put it that way, well, we're going to be telling her all these things that you said about her. How is she going to feel about that? You know, you're going to have to tell her the truth. You know, she already said, if you come before me, you know, the truth has to be told. How is she going to feel about that? Is she going to be able to forgive you, or are you wasting your time going? So those are the kind of head games that are played. And I can tell you that a divine feminine, in order to get to that status, has probably already lived through that, has probably been, she's probably been talked about like that many times. It's probably no news to her, because when people can't have what they want, especially, I mean, I can't say especially men, but if a man wants something, right? If a man wants a woman and he wants her just for fun, and, you know, she's uptight with him because she's not going to just give it and have you go run off and talk about it, right? She wants someone who is someone who's going to have closed lips, someone who's going to be a protector of that relationship, and it has to be a relationship. Divine feminine is not going to just go sleep around with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. She's looking for the right one, the one that God says is for her. And before any man comes before a divine feminine, before any situation really, I mean, she might be willing to listen and all that, but no decisions are going to be made until, you know, she has some time with God and talks to him. Is this the one, God? And she's going to sit around and wait for the answer. If the answer never comes, then that person's not for her. But if the signs and the synchronicities, the gut feeling, the intuition, all of that, if that, comes together, the messages come down, there's no red flags, everything's understood, why everything happened the way it happened. Everything happens for a reason. It could very well be it's happening this way to, if whoever's out there wants to go for that love and throw away all that doesn't really matter to you anymore. It's God testing actually both of you. God's testing you. Do you have the courage to go to this one and speak the truth? Does she have the courage? Does she have that real true love that she's going to understand and forgive and set up boundaries and say, look, I understand everything, what you're telling me. I've been through it, and these are what I need. These are the requirements of what I need to even consider having a relationship with you. And, if any of these bonds are broken, then the bonds are broken and there's nothing left. And that's the way it's going to be, right? So, with that said, whoever's out there, if this is true love, it's going to work out. So, whoever you're trying to get to, you need to stop listening to those clowns around you who want to keep you held back anyways. Why do they want to hold you back? Because they already see that, if you're the divine masculine, and everybody sees that you're the divine masculine, but you haven't elevated up. It's when someone says, oh, that guy has a lot of potential. That means someone sees something greater in you than probably what you see in yourself. So it's the whole healing process. It's the whole spiritual journey that elevates you to the status of the emperor or the divine masculine. So I must have been saying something right because that anxiety's gone. So someone received an answer they were looking for. The last card we have is the Ten of Gabriel. And it's the end of something with a new beginning, right? Because after the 10 is the 1. 10 of Gabriel. It's important to live a balanced life. Your determination and sheer will to accomplish the task before you is very admirable. But it's taking a large toll on you. Ask for help from others. Delegate responsibility to those who can do a good job. Reduce stress for the sake of protecting your health. Exactly. My anxiety is gone after making that little speech there. Release feelings of guilt and remove unnecessary obligations from your schedule. Your current challenges may feel burdensome, but there is a great deal to learn from this situation. This is a time of growth that will make you stronger. Ask your angels and guides to place helpful people at your side. Trying too hard to please others. Light at the end of the tunnel. Overdeveloped sense of responsibility. Working too many hours. So you see, a change is coming, but it takes action. How do you feel about your intuition? Is your intuition your gut feeling? How do you feel what progress you made in healing these things from previous pains? Because you never want to take previous pains into the next relationship. In other words, I was actually married twice, okay? The first time was 19 years. The second time was 16 years. So my whole adult life, I've been married. My first husband cheated. And I said, well, this is after like 2 years of him running around crazy. I said, if you're going to cheat, I'm going to cheat. Well, it didn't make the situation better. And the second one, I was like, he saw me as a commodity. And I say that because there were a lot of people vying for my attention, even though I was married. There were men vying for my attention. And when I left my first husband, with all the talk or whatever, oh yeah, she's really nice. If she wasn't married, I'd do this to her, I'd do that to her, whatever. So my second husband, he scooped me up and he treated me good for a little while. And when he said the honeymoon's over, well, that was like after a month, he just went back to his normal self, which was, he didn't really want to kiss me and hug me, after, I don't even know how long it had been, but we didn't even sleep in the bed together. He slept on the sofa, I slept in the bed. And that was a short period of time after we got married. So I never knew a man that would do that, but it turned out he had previous hurts that made him feel like he was not deserving of me. So he self-sabotaged. He kept self-sabotaging like the whole 16 years, and I kept holding on and holding on and holding on that there would be a change. And I finally had to say, it's 10 of Gabriel. It's 10 of Gabriel, and we've done everything we can. There's nothing left. You have to go your way, and I have to go mine. So, be it as it may, he's living with his oldest sister, and she has a handicapped child who's he's probably like 30 now, and he has the brain of a 6-year-old. So when he gets mad at his mom, he can get really, because he's like 6 foot something and probably weighs like 230, 220, 230. And my ex-husband's sister only weighs about 110 pounds, maybe 120 on a wet day. Okay, so where am I? All right, so let's do the time thing. It's 12:09 in the morning. Okay, let's see what angel number we get. $12.09 encourages people to improve their health by eating clean food, keeping their home clean, and exercising regularly. It may also prompt people to fully live their divine life and serve their purpose, destiny, and life role. Let's see what Joanne has to say. Here she is at Sacred Scribe. angelnumbers.blogspot.com. Okay. Number 1209 is a combination of the influence of number 1 coupled with the attributes and energies of number 2, number 0, and number 9. Number 1 brings courage, progress, willpower, and ambition, new beginnings, and starting afresh, self-leadership and assertiveness, initiative, instinct and intuition, finding success, and personal fulfillment. Number 1 also tells us that we create our own realities by our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Number 2 adds its energies of diplomacy and cooperation, consideration for others, finding balance and harmony, duality, devotion and selflessness, faith and trust, and your life purpose and soul mission. Number 0 amplifies and magnifies the energies of the numbers it appears with, making them more powerful and influential. Number 0, a message to do with developing one's spiritual aspects, and is considered to represent the beginning of a spiritual journey and highlights the uncertainties that may entail. It suggests that you listen to your intuition and higher self, as this is where you will find your answers. Number 9 resonates with light workers and light working, problem solving, leading by positive example. Philanthropy, and humanitarianism, generosity and benevolence. Number 9 also resonates with the universal spiritual laws, karma, and the spiritual law of karma. Number 1209 is a humanitarian vibration, and your angels ask that you to look to how you can be of service to humanity through serving your divine purpose. Angel number 1209 prompts you to fully live and serve your divine purpose and your soul mission. Trust that you have within you all the skills and talents needed to live your passion and serve your purpose. When you apply yourself, you are the only one qualified to fulfill your life role, purpose, and destiny. Take assertive action related to your spiritual interests and passions on a daily basis. Angel 1209 can suggest that if you're having misplaced or lost something in your life, the universe is manifesting something positive for you to take its place. This may also relate to a situation or circumstance that may be coming to an end. Trust that wonderful new beginnings and or directions are ahead for you. Angel number 1209 may also be indicating that if you feel inclined to pursue a spiritually based practice, career, and or profession, or heart-based service, now is a most auspicious time to do so. It is time to accept and develop your spiritual gifts and use them to benefit yourself